We're nearly halfway done with India's campaign. Not nearly, I think little more than halfway done. 5 games, 5 wins, and the dominating run of the Indian cricket team continues. Especially that win over New Zealand last night in Dharamsala. Here in Dharamsala, you can see the Dauladar range, the mighty Himalayas in the backdrop. And India have been dishing out a near perfect campaign so far. 5 games, 5 different results. Not different results, the manner in which they achieved those results, though different kind of wins. Starting with Chennai, where they had to fight and dig deep with KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. Then they moved to Afghanistan game in New Delhi, which was a batting paradise, and Rohit Sharma did what he has been doing in the World Cup so far, intent right up at the top of the order. And then it was a big Pakistan game in Ahmedabad. Near capacity crowd, and Pakistan were cruising at one stage with Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan, but then the spin duo of Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav did the rest. And a lot of credit must also be given to Jasprit Bumrah, who has been quietly doing the job for India behind the scenes. He might not have been doing playing to the gallery stuff like someone like a Rohit Sharma or a Virat Kohli, but he has been right up there when it comes to numbers, keeping it tight with the ball in different periods of play, and he has been phenomenal to say the least. It was very important for India to kind of, tick that New Zealand box before inching closer to that semi-final stage, because New Zealand have troubled us in ICC tournaments in the past. The latest installment being the 2019 World Cup semi-final, where madness of little 30-35 minutes cost us the game and a spot in the final. The ICC trophies, that has been eluding us for a long time now. It could well be India's year, because they're yet to put a foot wrong, and it's a near perfect campaign. I'm repeating for the sake of repeating, but it's a near perfect campaign. If you see from right at the top of the order with Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, then you have Shreyas Iyer, KL Rahul, Hardik Pandya. Yes, Hardik Pandya was not available for the game against New Zealand, but the kind of role which he plays for the side and the balance which he lends to the squad, he's kind of irreplaceable right now, and we just saw that on the team sheet yesterday. To replace one Hardik Pandya, you had to make 2 changes. You had to get in Surya Kumar Yadav, who didn't have an ideal World Cup debut. He was run out, before he actually got his eye in. And then Mohammad Shami doing Mohammad Shami things. 4 years back in 2019, he was on the bench for the first 4 games of the tournament. Bhuvneshwar Kumar was out injured, and in came Mohammad Shami for the game against Afghanistan. Picked 4 wickets, including a hat-trick, followed it up with another fifer in the tournament. Ended with 14 wickets, and yesterday was a similar kind of story. He was on the bench for first 4 games, and it was Hardik Pandya's injury which kind of forced the management to look at the specialist way, because, to be fair, Shardul Thakur and Mohammad Shami weren't competing for a spot. India always wanted that depth in batting, and that is why Shardul was kind of looked at as that player for the number 8 spot, and he was kind of competing with Ravichandran Ashwin for that spot. But the moment Hardik Pandya was out injured, the management went the specialist way, and Mohammad Shami delivered with the first ball. He got a wicket of the first ball, added 4 more wickets in his 3rd and 4th spells. He bowled across 4 spells yesterday. Rohit kind of used him very, very, very smartly and shrewdly, and the seamer responded in emphatic fashion, because that was some kind of performance which was required from him, because India were a bowler short. Kuldeep was under the pump in his first spell, and then Mohammad Shami responding the way he did, especially in the last 10 overs, because the middle overs was a period where Daryl Mitchell and Ravindra were kind of dominating, and New Zealand were looking on course for a 320 plus total. They ended with 273, and credit for that must go to the likes of Mohammad Siraj, Jasprit Bumrah. Yes, Mohammad Shami was amongst the wickets, but a lot of hard work was done by Bumrah, who was bowling Yorkers at will. 4-5 Yorkers every over. I think that was an incredible achievement under pressure. And India just leaked 54 runs in the last 10 overs, managed to pick 6 wickets. Daryl Mitchell was still out there. He was on song, but he hardly scored. I think he played some 30-odd deliveries and scored at about run a ball, so that was job well done. 2 days in Dharamsala now. The Indian cricket team, as CricketNext reported this morning, will be chilling in the hilly city of Dharamsala. They don't want to travel now. They want to chill in Dharamsala. They have a 1 week before they take on defending champions England in Lucknow. Not an ideal campaign for England so far, but it will be very kind of silly to rule them out of the World Cup yet, because they're a quality side packed with all-rounders, batting depth right from number 1 to number 9, and India, after doing what they did against New Zealand, will be riding high on confidence and would look to continue with their unbeaten streak in Lucknow. But, they still have to play a quality game of cricket, and fingers will be crossed for Hardik Pandya, if at all he recovers in time for that game against England. But even if he doesn't, I think the management right now can afford to give him that extra cushion before the semi-final stage, because you wouldn't want to risk a player who brings so much to the table with both bat, ball, and the way he has been fielding. So, again, near perfect campaign, 5 wins out of 5 games. Now we are left to play England, South Africa, Sri Lanka, and Netherlands. So India do have a chance to kind of not drop a game and enter the semi-final stage, but still halfway there. Four quality oppositions await us. Netherlands have been doing a fine job, and on their day, they can upset even the best of the sides in the business. And South Africa probably are kind of slowly and steadily kind of rising up the ladder this World Cup. Not many expected them to do the way they have been doing, and I think. To be fair to South Africa, they probably have the best number 4, number 5, number 6 in the tournament. The kind of quality which they bring to the table, the likes of Klaassen, David Miller, I think they, on their day, they can take even the best in the business on and just dispatch them to all parts of the park. We saw what they did against Afghanistan in New Delhi and that game against England in Mumbai where they managed about 400 runs. So that was some hitting and some batting, and even an on-song Indian bowling attack would require to be on top of their skills to stop this very rampaging South African unit. So I'll be signing off from Dharamsala today. I'll be heading back to Delhi for a couple of days and will be rejoining you from Lucknow for the build-up of India versus England. Again, promises to be a high-quality, action-packed game, and it's a new venue and not many games have been played there. The entire square has been relayed, but we did saw runs on offer when Australia played there last. So let's see how the surface behaves. Let's see how the square behaves. Let's see how much crowd kind of gets behind the men in blue when they play their 6th game of the tournament. But right now, it's continuing to be a near perfect campaign. Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli scoring more than 50% of the side's runs so far. Then Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, the spinners Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep Yadav doing the job with the ball, and the live wire they have been on the field and finding different ways to kind of hand over that best fielder medal game after game. It was a giant screen in that game against Bangladesh in Pune, the Spider Cam. So let's see what happens next in Lucknow. But every player in that 11 would be pushing hard for that best fielder award. As far as Rohit is concerned, he would just look to just tick this game off, make it 6 on 6, and enter the semi-final riding high on confidence. So you keep watching Cricket Next. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Hit the bell icon so that you are updated with all our latest videos, and we'll make sure you don't miss a ball. Because cricket matlab, Cricket Next.